going on YouTube, man? It's your boy, the Big Pain, back with another video, man. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. I know I'm my bad again for another video. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. I had a couple videos that I was going to like drop, but for some reason my phone acting silly, so this is like my third take. So, hey, maybe this the best one, right? So, in regards to the start of the preseason, man. For starters, I just want to mention that I think in the second half, I think they allowed the offensive coordinator to call plays. So, you know, that's why the play calling might look a little different. Obviously, it was different quarterbacks in there too. You know, you went from Jalen Hurts to Joe Flacco to Nick Mullins. Like, there's a big drop off when you go to Nick Mullins. But yeah, so I'm not gonna really hold the offense accountable all the way for that because, you know, it's just preseason and you're basically, this is how you make your roster cuts right here. Like, this is basically another form of scouting in the preseason. Obviously, you would like to win the games, but it's more about leaving this preseason healthy and healthy as you can be, and, you know, seeing what you have on this roster and seeing the depth of the roster. So now that I'm looking at the team, man, I'm gonna start off from from offense. I'm start with the defense, and then I'm gonna go to the offense because I can do the defense quickly. Like, it's not much to talk about. They came back, but in my opinion, Jonathan Gannon played a lot of coverage. Now, I don't know if this just was to see how the team will look in coverage. I don't know if he's gonna play more man later on in the season. I don't know if he's gonna send out more blitzes. But the reason why I don't want anybody to panic on that aspect was because they didn't score a touchdown. They only scored a touchdown in the first half with our front four and a mixture of the front four. You get what I'm saying? So those last guys that were out there were just guys that, you know, you probably would have to send a blitz with. Like, they are not Fletcher. They're not Brandon Graham. They are not Barnett or Hargrave or Josh Sweat. Those were not the guys that were on the D line in the second half. Like, you know, those guys were sitting out. It's the preseason. So no way if our dudes are out there, the main guys and the rotation of those guys, that Dwayne Haskins is able to just sit back there and just dot us up the way he was doing. That's not going to happen. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. Like, our D-line is too good for that. They would have got after him. They would have got, you already know, because they would have did the same thing to us if they had their main players out there too. You know how Pittsburgh get down with Blitzburg, as they say. So yeah, there's that. Shout out to the interception that we have from that DB. I forgot his name. I'm gonna mention him in the next video. I might even throw his name in the title because him making an interception, I'm happy for him because that will either give him a roster spot on this team or another team, and it would be good to see somebody get a contract and get money. You get what I'm saying? So there's that. Offense, man. This game should have been a blowout. For starters, we should have had a touchdown on the first drive. It was a drop from Zach Ertz. Bad drop. You know, not his MO, so I'm not going to put too much, a big emphasis on that. Drop pass by Rager. Not going to really put a big emphasis on that neither, even though he should have caught that. And I'm more concerned about Rager than I would be Ertz because I know what I'm getting with Ertz. Great route running, great hands, not too much run after catch, but I know what I'm getting with Rager. It's still, I don't know his ceiling yet. I know he's a legit punt returner. But, you know, who we got to speak about is the big man on campus, man. Quez Watkins, man. You know, that's Philly Fresh's guy. That's Philly 500's guy. And that's definitely my guy. I never had nothing bad to say about him. My only problem with Quez Watkins in regard to Quez Watkins was that he wasn't getting any play. That was my problem, was that he wasn't getting in position to play, man. This dude took a slant to the crib last year against, I forgot who, but it was definitely a legit defense that he did that to. I don't know if it was Green Bay or the Cardinals, but he did that to a solid defense. Secondly, today he took a bubble screen or a hitch route to the crib and accelerated past a DB on the sideline on some Tyreek Hill type of shit. And the reason why I'm mentioning his name because we forget that he had the second fastest 40 time in last year's draft. He just wasn't getting any play. And my big thing with this team was not the wins or the losses for this season, but will we put our young guys in position to use their abilities? Put them in the best spot to use their skill set on offense, especially because we dictate what happens on offense. You know, defense is more of a read and react kind of situation. But we dictate what happens on offense at all times because we're on the offensive. And that missed throw by Jalen Hurts, he got to clean that up. I'm not going to put a big emphasis on that neither. But we need that because if they get that rolling, listen, man, I know I said that I wanted Deshaun Watson, and I'm not changing my stance on that. But I'm not saying that I would be mad if Jalen Hurts would be the quarterback of the future. I'm not saying that neither. I'm just saying that because Deshaun Watson is the better quarterback. That's why I'm saying that. He hits those kind of throws. He's gonna be in this league for a long time because he already can extend plays and he protects himself and the ball while he's a runner. He's a smart, also a strong but smart runner. He's not dumb with the football in regards to running the ball. And that was a big problem we had with Carson Wentz, was not really him making bad decisions when to run, but him not protecting the ball while running. He had a lot of fumbles. Jalen Hurts is not that. He's a better runner than Carson Wentz. But back to that throw, man. He dusted that corner on the outside. They were side to side, and he just accelerated. If he hits him, that's like 180 yards, 170 yards he got for the day. About 160 to 170 yards he has for the day, bro. That Quez Watkins is a problem. You know, and I know Eagles fans are probably talking about him all throughout the country right now, so I don't even have to make a big segment on him. He might take Rager's spot. He right now is better than Rager. And in my opinion, we need a big possession receiver out there, so I think Fulgham is going to have to start. And maybe not. But Quez Watkins, I don't know who's going to be the third receiver, but I know Quez Watkins needs to be out there with Devontae Smith. That's what I do know. So let's get out. Let's Goddard had a great game as well, too. But let's get into these running backs, bro. Oh, my goodness, bro. Kenny G runs hard. He's a problem. He is a problem on that field, bro. He runs hard and he's fast. That shit is insane to me, bro. It's crazy. We have a three-headed monster again. Again. Y'all don't understand me. Again. We didn't have this since we won that Super Bowl. You look at a guy like Jordan Howard, who started the game off because obviously Miles Sanders not going to play until the season starts. He's not hurt, by the way. He's just not going to play because running back is a physical position, and we're just trying to see who's going to be number 2, number 3 running back. Bruh, Jordan Howard smacked somebody for that pass block. That was probably my second favorite play outside of the interception. Even though the interception was dope, for me, that pass block will win you playoff games. Giving a quarterback an extra second or two to set his feet and make that throw is what will allow you to win playoff games. A lot of people are going to say it doesn't matter. They don't care. Listen, we know how much important blocking is. And we have, in my opinion, and I felt this way last year before when Jordan Howard left, we have the best pass blocking running back in the league. And for him to be able to actually not only control a linebacker, but actually hit a linebacker will allow guys to step up in the pocket and make throws. And I don't know, man. You know, I'm not putting a win prediction on us because last year I jinxed us. I feel like I jinxed us. So all I'm asking for is for us to execute from head coaching and execution from the play calling and the players, because this is not talent. This is not a talent problem. A lot of these dudes that's on this roster, offensively, were there last year. Howard came back. Watkins, Ertz, Goddard, Rager. Get what I'm saying? Greg Ward, Fulgham. These guys were on the roster last year. The offensive line, a lot of these dudes were on the roster. So, especially offensive-wise. So, I say this to say that maybe it wasn't Rahaly Roseman this whole time. I know that we wanted Justin Jefferson and we wanted Metcalf, obviously. But these guys been on this team for now. A lot of these guys been on the team for 2-3 years. So, we're going into their second season. And Rahaly Roseman I can't make an excuse for the things he done because he played a part in us not having a good season last year. But yo, we don't have to run bombs and posts all the time like Doug Peterson had us doing. We can come down here. We can send dudes up top because Quez Watkins got there. So we have guys that can go up top. Let's not forget that because Devontae Smith ain't play. And now allow guys like Miles Sanders and Goddard to go up underneath and go crazy. But also we can do short stuff and, you know, take it to the house. How many teams you know have 3-4 guys that can actually bring a hitch, a bubble screen, a slant to the crib? We have Hightower that has that type of speed, Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, and Quez Watkins. And Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith are some of the best receivers at accelerating. And the reason why I bring that up is because the fact that you can turn it to a different gear when you need to, that gets you out of danger and that gets you down the field and more run after catch. We are going to see a lot of big plays if we call plays to get those guys to be able to accelerate past defenders. If we get them the ball in space, they can accelerate past guys. Don't even have to juke nor spin. Just run. So the fact that you're seeing a nice corner route ran by Jalen Reagor, guys are putting their foot in the ground and making sharp cuts. This is something that he put a big emphasis on. And Nick Sirianni, man, I like what I'm seeing so far. The fact that the main vets on this team respect him, that's gonna go a long way because he's very young, and you know, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. We lost a game, but in my opinion, this is just a scout game just to see what we have. The linebackers, listen, I don't know. Them linebackers did not look like one of the worst linebacking corps in the NFL today, especially the first unit. That's what I'm talking about. Sean Bradley wasn't part of the first unit, I don't believe. But the Eric dude and Alex Singleton, man, yo, he running sideline to sideline. Is looking crazy. He's running sideline to sideline. He's making tackles in open space. Sean Bradley from Temple, from New Jersey, from South Jersey. Shout out to him, man, from Jersey too. Man, listen, bro, he might have to get some starting time. Yes, he started some games last season. He's tackling. He's tackling. These guys are covering and tackling, going sideline to sideline, bro. This team can win a lot of games. It's about execution, nothing else. It's not about talent. I'm ready to rock out with this roster 100%. We have backup safeties, man. I don't think I seen Kevon Wallace out there today. I want to see him in coverage too. I like him. I believe he's a better tackler than Epps, than Marcus Epps. You know, but outside of the free safety position, man, what don't you like? Because the free safety position is only up for grabs right now because McLeod is out. But even still, Kevon Wallace is the heir to that throne. So what don't you like? The running backs are official. Listen, man, I don't know what to say, but what I do know, in regards to how many games we're going to win, but one thing I can say, a mixture of vets and a mixture of youth, man. A lot of our guys got hurt last year, so a lot of these guys are more experienced. Our backups are more experienced than other teams' backups. And going into a deep season, injuries happen, especially in this game of football. So our backups are experienced, and that's only going to help us. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Joe Flacco looked phenomenal. It's great to have a backup quarterback. You know, Dallas starting quarterback is obviously the best quarterback in the division. But, you know, knock on wood, hopefully he doesn't get hurt. You know, knock on wood, you feel me? I'm just saying that their backup quarterback's Ben DiNucci, he's garbage. You feel me? They know it. We know it. And Daniel Jones, I don't know who their backup quarterback is. I don't fear Fitzpatrick at all. I mean, maybe a little bit more than Daniel Jones, but still, I don't know who their backup quarterback is. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because we are deep. We are deep. On all parts of the team, we are deep right now, and that's what wins games. That's what wins playoff games. That's what wins Super Bowls. So that's all I got to say. I know it's a long video, but this is our first game back. Football is finally here. Tired of the you know, basketball. You know, like I watch it here and there, but I'm a fan of the sport too. I watch it. That's the second most sport that I watch, and maybe I might start breaking down my Spurs later on. But football